During season 17 of Sister Wives, we saw Kody time and time again praise Robyn as being this great communicator, and my reaction was always,
Sure, Jan.
how could Robyn be so good at communication and so good at making relationships work and at the same time have zero relationships with her fellow sister wives and have no relationship with any of her sister wives' kids except for Mykelti? And then Mykelti and Tony started their Patreon, and in several of their Patreon videos, they have echoed the same sentiments as Kody, and they've talked about how Robyn really advocated for them as a couple, and how especially Robyn took Mykelti under her wing in those early days. And I'm starting to think to myself, are we missing something with Robyn? Is she getting the world's longest, worst edit in reality TV history? The simple answer to that is no. And from what I'm learning with this family is that the truth is really subjective and situational. Let's get into today's video. Hello everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. I am still here in my original setup. I had a comment regarding construction because I've been giving updates on my community tab. Someone said, whatever your timeline is, just add 2 weeks. And that seems to be going the way. This was supposed to be super simple. Last Thursday, we were supposed to have carpet installed, and then the installer, their first job took a lot longer than expected. So now we should get carpet tomorrow. So hopefully by the end of the week, there will be a room. In just my last video, I spoke about how I have perceived Robyn as being quite inconsiderate of her sister wives over the years. And now she is super bitter by all of her dreams for this bigger picture being ruined. But in my opinion, it took many players to fracture this family, and Robyn certainly had her role in it. But of course, then I say to myself, this is reality TV. This is an edited TV show. And if you guys watch the show 90 Day Fiancé, you will see a lot of times we will see one couple one season and then they'll come back for a subsequent season. And our perceptions of them totally change because the edit is so completely different. So I understand that editing plays a huge role in how we perceive reality TV stars. For someone who appears on reality TV, really the biggest thing you worry about is the edit because that really shapes public perception about you. And once that is set, it is really hard to change. So here I am, I have all these preconceived notions about Robyn based off of the last decade of television that I've watched. Plus, I read their book. So I think I have a pretty good idea of who Robyn is, what her motivations are, what her end goal is. And in my mind, I'm thinking I must have her pegged pretty well. Because if your edit is so wildly off from who you are as a person, why would you continue to film for so many more years? To reference 90 Day Fiancé again, there's actually been cast members from that show who have sued production over their edit. We have Kody doing the absolute most throughout season 17 to defend Robyn and portray her as this martyr who has been unfairly vilified for attempting to employ her exemplary communication skills in extending olive branches towards the big bad wolves on the other side of the family. Of course, most of us rolled our eyes quite hard at this notion as it came off super silly to us. And that's just mainly because there is so much empirical evidence to debunk these assertions that Kody is making. But then Tony and Mykelti started their Patreon, which is not affiliated with the show in any way. This is their personal platform that they have total control of. And they're echoing a lot of the same sentiments that Kody is saying throughout season 17. My immediate gut reaction is I was like, oh, these two just got sucked into the PR campaign to try to rehab the public perception of Kody and Robyn. But then I thought, maybe am I missing something with Robyn? And could she really be getting one of the longest running bad edits in the history of reality TV? In one of Mykelti and Tony's most recent uploads to their Patreon channel, they reminisce on what they called the negotiation that they went through when it came to potentially moving their wedding date and trying to get their honeymoon funded. And here are some main points that they had to say about Robyn. So they said that during the negotiation, when Mykelti and Tony are discussing their wedding details, they praise Robyn for being able to put Kody in his place. They also say that Robyn was able to communicate to Kody how Mykelti was feeling and that it wasn't just about biology or being able to have sex right away. Tony says that he knows a lot of people hate Robyn, but she is nailing this stuff. Mykelti adds, out of all of the parents, Robyn really knows her. And then they both say that Robyn really pays attention and she listens. Now, we also know that Mykelti was sort of this self-described misfit or sort of outcast in the family. And when Robyn came in, she really took Mykelti under her wing. And I mean, just to add on to that, used Mykelti as child labor. There has also been allegations of physical mistreatment by Mary, and the one kid that has been named as being on the receiving end has been Mykelti. It's been alleged that Robyn could have come in and kind of really sheltered Mykelti from any further mistreatment. So Mykelti latching on to Robyn is completely understandable in my opinion. But I do have some thoughts on what Tony and Mykelti revealed in that video. In my intro, I had mentioned that something that I'm starting to gather with this family is that the truth is something that is entirely situational and subjective. I feel like what is true for some members of the family may not be an accurate depiction of the family as a whole. We have kids describing what I would consider to be physical mistreatment, while there are other kids speaking out that sort of disagree. Gwen actually described bruising left by their father, and Peyton and Gwen have both described Mykelti as being on the receiving end of physical mistreatment by Mary. I don't really know how to parse all of these revelations, especially when they sort of get walked back. But I feel like if indeed Mykelti and Kody are the most accurate in depicting how Robyn is, there would be several instances of documented evidence to back up their claims. And honestly, there just isn't. In fact, there are several instances which kind of prove the exact opposite. In regards to what Tony and Mykelti have to say about Robyn, I personally view Robyn as having made strategic alliances within the family. I think that she found an in with Mykelti and she grabbed onto it. Now she has one kid that she can manipulate to her advantage. And as far as being able to put Kody in his place, Robyn is able to do that because for the last decade, Kody has found her to be the most sexually desirable. Kody talks a lot about the dangers of hormones throughout the series, which is kind of ironic given that he seems to be be driven by hormones the most. After Christine moved to Utah, all of the adults gathered to discuss the path forward. And this is where Kody so lovingly refers to Robyn as a donkey.
Robyn's the only good communicator in this whole family. I'm communicator. There's a term they use for Robyn. It's called circling the donkey, because Robyn gets to the bottom of the problem. It's an unfair term for her, but the fact is it's a compliment.
So apparently Robyn really knows how to get to the bottom of an issue. But all I am seeing is decades of issues going unresolved. I mean, at one point during season 17, all of the adults has made comment that COVID has really ripped the mask off of all of the family's problems. I think Robyn said that COVID exposed us. If Robyn was this amazing communicator and had this sort of sixth sense on how to make relationships work, how could she fail this badly? We actually get an example of that in this clip where Robyn purposefully avoids acknowledging Mary when discussing the road forward for this family.
If people are just tired of trying and they don't want to work it out, then I need to know.
Robyn, I think that you and I have had enough conversations about this that you know exactly where I am, and I am still here because I'm still trying. It's what I want.
I'm here, Robyn. I'm here. And there's silence.
I love that Mary is saying that she wants to work stuff out as a family, but I'm purposely just not saying anything because I don't want it to intimidate Kody and Janelle and make them feel like they have to conform so that we can really get to the bottom of maybe some issues.
Mary is like, "Hi, Robyn, I'm here," and all I get is silence. And Robyn says in her couch interview that she purposefully ignores Mary because she didn't want that to seem off-putting to Janelle or Kody. How in any definition of the word is that good communication? First off, you're making Mary feel like shit because you're making her effort to show loyalty to the family seem unimportant. You're also not addressing Janelle or Kody directly. You're just staying silent. How are Janelle and Kody supposed to know that you are looking for an answer specifically from them unless you communicate that to them? And this is what I'm saying, where I'm racking my brain going through old clips trying to find instances that would really back up what Tony, Mykelti, and Kody are saying, but really, every time I look, I stumble across multiple instances proving the exact opposite. If what they were saying was more true than false, I feel like some of that would have had to have made its way onto camera. And I haven't heard any of the kids or any of the adults speak out and say that the show was this ridiculous depiction of their family and it's just not true. As a matter of fact, we have had Gwen say that she thinks that her dad behaves better on camera and that Robyn is worse off screen. Janelle has zero fucks left to give, pardon my French, and she is really spilling the tea in season 17. I really hope that she carries that same energy into season 18. Robyn loves to tell the camera that she does not talk about her sister wives to Kody.
But I learned a long time ago, venting to Kody about my frustrations with my sister wives actually harmed my relationship with him, so I just don't do it.
But Janelle is like, not so fast.
Kody has told me stories Robyn would share with him about things Christine did, trying to get me on the side of realizing that Christine was this horrible sister wife or whatever. That's been going on for years. I think she's pretending possibly that she's never heard this before because Cody's a blabbermouth and he can't keep anything secret. This whole confused thing is something that happens a lot, and I don't know. I don't know if it's for real or if she's just pretending that she's never heard anything before, but Kody leaks like a sieve, so I don't.
Janelle knows that Robyn and Kody are both big shit talkers, and they've been like that for years. So when looking at the overall big picture, if Robyn is this fantastic, magical relationship whisperer, and Kody has always gone to her for guidance on how to navigate difficulties in his other marriages, how is he now sitting here with only one wife left, being Robyn, and 3 failed marriages? And if Robyn was so attuned to what the kids' needs were, I would think she would have relationships with more of the kids than just Mykelti. So when I'm sitting here asking myself, could we be missing something here with Robyn? The answer really is, I don't think so. I think all of the evidence of what we've seen and how relationships have played out off camera, what we are hearing the kids talking about in their own social media platforms, pretty much backs up the general consensus that we've made over the years. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As always, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at realiteasquad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.